Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning into my channel where I talk about stocks, the stock market, and investing. If this sounds like something you want to get more of, feel free to subscribe down below. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a new license requirement the government imposed on Nvidia that could cost it hundreds of millions in revenue in its next quarter. How much exactly? You'll find out by the end of this video, so stay tuned. So let's get right into it. On August 26, 2022, Nvidia filed a Form 8K notifying investors that the US government informed Nvidia that it's imposing a new license requirement effective immediately for any future export to China, including Hong Kong and Russia, of the company's A100 and forthcoming H100 integrated circuits. The USG or US government indicated that the new license requirement will address the risk that the covered products may be used in or diverted to a military end use or military end user in China and Russia. Note the company has already paused sales in Russia in response to its invasion in Ukraine. So this impact is completely going to cost Nvidia with regard to its sales to China. Now, the company goes on to say that the company's outlook for its third fiscal quarter, in other words, the next upcoming quarter, which it provided on August 24, included approximately 400 million in potential sales to China, which may be subject to the new license requirement if customers do not want to purchase the company's alternative product offerings. In other words, if Nvidia informs these customers in China, hey, look, you can't buy these you can't buy these cutting edge versions of the technology. Would you like to purchase this other version instead? If customers choose not to purchase another version, a lower level version of its technology, then it could potentially miss out on 400 million in sales. Or another option for Nvidia is if the US government does grant it the license to make those sales to China, which I'm not sure about the probability of that happening, because if the US government did want to allow these sales to go through into China, they wouldn't have imposed this license requirement. However, that is just speculation on my part. Nvidia could go ahead and receive licenses, and they potentially could continue to receive those sales that they were expecting to get in the third quarter. Interestingly, the company's forecast for fiscal 2023 revenue was expected to be 5.9 billion. If we include this negative 400 million onto this outlook, because this wasn't included in the outlook before, this 5.9 billion did not include the potential for missing out on the 400 million in sales to China. If we include that, then revenue, the updated outlook could be 5.5 billion. And if the company does hit that target for the next quarter, that will be a significant slowdown from the October quarter last year. That would mean that Nvidia's revenue growth from last year would fall from 7.9 billion down to 7.1 billion, down to 5.5 billion, or in other words, a decrease of 22.5% revenue year over year, comparable quarters. That's a significant slowdown for a company that had been growing revenue at least a 40% rate over the last 6 or 7 quarters, and at a 10-year compound annual growth rate of 21%. So that's a sudden stop to revenue growth and a reversal in this upcoming quarter, which could be a major risk to investors upcoming, and especially considering that Nvidia's stock is not trading cheaply. It's not an inexpensive stock, trading at upwards of 40 to 50 times price to earnings and price to free cash flow. That's not the valuations investors like to pay for a company experiencing negative revenue growth. So that's something to keep an eye on. If Nvidia is not able to counter this effect, it could cost Nvidia $400 million in its upcoming quarter. All right, so thank you for watching. Stay tuned for this interesting development, and please make sure to subscribe to see more interesting content like the one that we just saw below. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with the Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beat the market by more than 250%. Go to fool.com/Parkev to get your 10 stock picks now.